Episode 9, crushed beneath his authority. Leslie's voice did not merely echo, it detonated. It ripped through the office like gunfire, shredding Audrey's already fragile composure. Her body betrayed her instantly. She trembled without restraint, watery blue eyes stretched wide in naked fear. Each breath scraped through her lungs, heavy and unstable, while her heart pounded violently against her ribs, an animal trapped in a cage of bone. Heat flared from her gut to her cheeks. Panic burned through her veins. Scarlet humiliation painted her face. And the sight of her tears, it only fueled him. Leslie's jaw tightened with lethal restraint. His eyes, once cold, were now blazing. Thick brows carved into a punishing scowl. Veins rose sharply at his temples as he ground his teeth together, lips twitching with barely leashed fury. He looked less like a man and more like a storm forced into human form. For one fractured second, just a breath of time, Audrey thought he would seize her by the throat. The contempt in his stare was merciless, absolute. Her sob broke loose before she could contain it. She wanted to run. God, she wanted to run, but her feet would not obey her. It was as though the floor had claimed her, cemented her beneath the weight of his dominance. His gaze held her captive. Those eyes, dark and consuming, felt like a bottomless abyss pulling her down deeper and deeper. Would he hit her? The thought struck like lightning. Her bladder throbbed with humiliating pressure, terror prickling down her legs. Her chest burned as a brutal knot of panic tightened inside her, stealing air from her lungs. McKenzie. Audrey flinched violently. Leslie wasn't looking at her anymore. He was barking into his phone. His voice was raw, savage. "Get your motherfucking ass in my office, now." Moments later, McKenzie entered. She had no context for the explosion waiting inside that room, but she felt it. Her eyes gleamed with alarm. Even her hands shook as she shut the door behind her. Audrey noticed. She noticed everything. McKenzie approached the desk cautiously. "Yes. Yes, sir." Leslie didn't hesitate. "Who the hell is she?" The words detonated. McKenzie instinctively glanced at Audrey. Audrey dropped her gaze instantly, blinking through tears that blurred her vision. "Answer me." Leslie slammed his palm against the desk. Both women jerked. "Where did you pick her from, huh? McKenzie, answer me or else." His voice lowered, but it was worse. Controlled rage, calculated fury. I, McKenzie stammered, blindsided. She genuinely didn't know what had transpired. Sir, I don't know where she came from, but... You don't know," he repeated, dangerously quiet. "So you just bring random idiots into my office now, that it?" No, boss, never. I would never do that." Audrey's tears streamed freely now, silent, uncontrollable. "McKenzie," Leslie said coldly, "I don't want to see this brat in my office again." The words struck Audrey harder than any slap could have. Her breath caught, her heart dropped. "Do you understand?" he thundered. "Yes, sir," McKenzie answered instantly, head lowered. Audrey collapsed to her knees. But sir..." "Shut up, Audrey," McKenzie snapped sharply. The silence that followed was suffocating. Audrey stared up at her, stunned, betrayed. Her vision swam. "Leave, now," McKenzie ordered, refusing to meet her eyes. Audrey rose shakily. Her legs trembled in her heels. Pride would not allow her to touch his desk for support. She would not give him that. Head bowed, drenched in humiliation, she walked toward the door. Every step felt like she was walking across shards of glass. Behind her, Leslie's glare burned holes into the closed door. "I'm sorry, boss," McKenzie muttered. "Shut the hell up," he roared. Outside the office, Audrey's world tilted violently. Her lips trembled, tears blurred everything. The hallway seemed to spin as dizziness swallowed her whole. She grabbed the edge of her chair to steady herself before collapsing into it. She felt hollow. Weak. There was no strength left in her bones. This couldn't be real. But it was. This wasn't imagination. It wasn't some cruel misunderstanding. This was her reality. And it felt like a nightmare with no waking. Her breaths came in shallow bursts. She dragged the chair closer and sank into it, staring blankly ahead while the universe seemed to revolve around her skull. Wait, does this mean she's fired? Terror flickered in her eyes. What's wrong with you? McKenzie's voice sliced through her thoughts. Audrey jerked upright, startled. She hadn't even realized McKenzie had come out, arms folded, brows knitted, eyes sharp with frustration. Look, McKenzie, Audrey stammered. I don't care what happened in there, McKenzie snapped, dragging a hand through her hair in agitation. How could you be that clueless after I explained everything to you? Damn it, Audrey, you're impossible. Audrey inhaled shakily. I know I messed up, but please. Do you know you almost got me fired? McKenzie cut in harshly. Nothing you could have said would have calmed him down. She exhaled sharply, rubbing her face. I've never seen anyone provoke him like that. And what was that crying back there? You broke down like a child. How old are you? Audrey flinched. You work for a mafia boss, McKenzie continued, her voice firm, unforgiving. You don't crumble, you don't cry, you survive. Audrey's tears fell faster. He is a mafia boss, Audrey. You need to get that through your head. I understand, Audrey whispered, broken. No one has ever pissed him off the way you did. I didn't, Audrey swallowed. He walked in furious already. And somehow you made it worse, McKenzie snapped. In this world, perception is reality, and you looked weak. Audrey's heart twisted. Did he fire you? She asked in horror. McKenzie rolled her eyes, though tension still lingered in her shoulders. I will be fired, she said flatly, if I don't find a replacement, immediately. A replacement, Audrey breathed. The word struck like a blade sliding clean between her ribs. Replacement. The meaning settled in. Cold. Final. Her fingers curled tightly into her palms. So this was how it ends. Not with explanation. Not with dignity. But with a door closing, and her name erased like she had never existed.